never had beaten his man.
Stampeders beating up the Argos right now, 24-9. Curtis Steele again on the return. Finds a seam. Look out now. Curtis Steele. And it was Rene Paredes who may have saved a touchdown. Kicker turns tackler.
Great explosive run here by Steele, and it looked like he was going to the house. Nobody really counts on the kicker to make a tackle, but Paredes does a nice job here. Staying squared up and getting enough of Steele to bring him down.
The Argos quickly huddle here. Trying for a quick counter punch on another Stampeder major. Nice moves on that far sideline from Spencer Watt. Argos get their first possession here in the second half. Big Stampeder drive, 8 plays, 87 yards that took up 404.
When you look at the numbers from the first half, Chad Owens limited by a bit of an ankle issue, 3 catches, 20 yards for him. Ricky Ray, the usual completion percentage, but the Argos just not getting that ball into the end zone. Forced to settle for 3s.
Well, this is quite a rivalry. Dwayne, I guess you've sensed it in the past. You used to play on both sides of this rivalry, as a matter of fact. But these two teams, they've met 85 times in the past. They're exactly even, 42, 42, and 1. Last year, split the season series, both teams winning in the opposite ballpark as visitors. And, of course, go back to the 100th Grey Cup when the Argos beat the Stamps. Ricky Ray has to be quick here. And Anthony Coombs has the catch. And he dances down close to the 15-yard line. The young man's biggest play so far as a Toronto Argo.
Well, there you got a little glimpse of why everybody uses the word special when they talk about Anthony Coombs and his potential. So elusive in space. And this is a guy, a running back by trade in college, but posted a couple of 100-plus yard receiving games for the Manitoba Bisons last season.
Out of Sturgeon Heights High School in Winnipeg. Ray dumps it off to Owens. Met quickly. Chad Owens, though, positive yardage when it looked like it might have been a loss. Let's go down to the sideline once again. Matthew Shinetti with an injury update.
Guys, despite Calgary's lead right now, they do have some more injuries. Jerron Mayo and Keon Raymond are out for the night. Keon had some ice on his left leg before the end of the first half, and then just a few minutes later, Mayo had some ice on his right leg. They were questionable at that point, but when the Stampeders came out, they were both not there, and the Stampeders ruled them out for the game, guys.
Well, thank you, Matthew.
That depth will be further tested here in the second half.
2nd and 7. Here comes the rush again. There goes the football. Ray, end zone, and a great play in the end zone to just get a piece by Buddy Jackson. New cornerback for the Stampeders this year, and Buddy Jackson just gets a piece. Otherwise, this was 6.
Yeah, Ricky Ray finds Spencer Watt in behind Jackson, but that well-timed leap alters the trajectory of the ball.
And once again, and you got a sense earlier of the frustration for Scott Milanovich in this offense and Ricky Ray, because again, they get down to the red zone, but they have to settle for Swayze Waters. Waters is a great kicker, but you don't want your field goal kicker out there every time you have an opportunity to punch in a major. Field goal again for the Argos. Cuts into the lead, but still without a touchdown tonight. This one would have been one. Great play by Buddy Jackson. Go to tsn.ca/CFL Fantasy to set your roster for a chance to win a trip to the 102nd Grey Cup in Vancouver and a Joseph Abboud suit from Moores. Every pick counts. Make yours today. And a fantasy ride come true so far for Bo Levi Mitchell. Young CFL career. Perfect as a starter, and could make it 5 straight wins as a starter. He has had some instant chemistry with this guy this season, Jeff Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller again, a mid-season pickup for the Stampeders last year. Played a handful of games, including a 100-plus yard effort. The biggest challenge for the Stampeders has been keeping all the receivers healthy at the right time, or at the same time rather.
2nd and 1. Drew Tate in that darkened visor of his comes into the ball game for the short yardage play. Marquay McDaniel and Antoine Molden having some words and a couple of jabs at each other. Here's Drew Tate. Both of these quarterbacks for the Calgary Stampeders from Texas. Two very disparate personalities, would you say?
Yeah, definitely not necessarily cut from the exact same mold. Bo Levi Mitchell, slightly more reserved. Drew Tate, the guy whose emotions show through a little bit more out there.
Fire and ice. You know, when we talked with Bo early in the season, first game as a matter of fact, you know, talked about how it was a business and a competition and how these guys played behind Kevin Glenn at one time as well. And, you know, always probably dreamed about also being that guy. And Bo's dream comes true, but he said that Drew's been a great teammate and friend throughout all of this. And he realizes, too, that should he go down, Drew Tate comes in and all of a sudden he becomes the incumbent. That's the way it works. That's the way the ball bounces. Well, 3rd and inches, they did not get the first down. And Tate scraps his way over that 45-yard line for the first down. Drew Tate from Texas as well. Baytown, Texas. Played with the Iowa Hawkeyes. And Bo Levi Mitchell played at Eastern Washington. Played his high school ball under the Friday night lights in Katy, Texas. By the way, Bo Mitchell grew up, and there's a penalty flag, some rough stuff after, grew up dreaming about becoming a baseball player and not a football player. His name Bo, as a matter of fact, he was named after Bo Jackson. And he said, coming into Rogers Center, he said, I love this. Big ballpark, big baseball stadium.
Major foul, unnecessary roughness, Toronto number 5, 15-yard penalty enforced from the end of the play. Automatic first down.
Penalties killing the Argos right now. 6:05 to go in the 3rd, and down a dozen.
There you see the number 5 of Jermaine Gabriel. I believe it, Marquay McDaniel, the Stamps receiver. He was into it with at the end of the play and dumps him over top of the pile to earn that flag.
Now, there's nothing wrong with a little attitude, a little swagger, but over the top will cost you 15. Mitchell again. And he lets it fly into traffic and almost picked off, and an interference call in triple coverage with Brad Sinopoli. Jalil Carter was in on the play.
Well, there were about 3 Argos there by the time the ball arrived.
There's the interference call, no doubt. Bear hug in the air by Brendan Smith.
And Dwight Anderson in behind Sinopoli. You see the right hand
it is too.
Has a hold of the jersey.
Can you be interfered with by three different players at once? That was a no doubt about it interference call. Moves the ball down to the 14-yard line. Well, Mitchell's already had a couple of touchdown passes. Goes over the top, and here is to Marquay McDaniel. And he's saying touchdown. The official is saying out at the 1. It looked like McDaniel got the cone, and they are saying it's a touchdown now. Another touchdown pass from Bo Mitchell, this time to Marquay McDaniel as he dives for the pylon.
Nice effort with the reach at the end. The best part of this play, and we'll get a look at it in a minute, is Bo Levi Mitchell demonstrating the use of the eyes in the back of his head to see the rush coming.
Stays on the field for the extra point, the long, tall Texan. Who has played like a guy above his years and not much experience, but he's looking like an all-star so far this season. McDaniel finds the house. The Stamps open up a big lead. Marquay McDaniel, the kiss to the end zone, his first score of 2014, had 8 majors a year ago.
And I talked a minute ago about Bo Levi Mitchell, the eyes in the back of his head. That blitz is coming from the corner, Matt Ware, but you don't see Bo Levi Mitchell panic because he has a sense that it's coming. You see the calm. The reason he's so relaxed is because he knows that's perfect. With Ware vacating that flat area, he knows he's got Marquay McDaniel running to that exact spot, and things are going to work out just fine.
Paredes with the kick, 31-12 now, Stampeders. Brandon Smith tripped up as he looked like he tripped over his own teammate here. And the Argos have dug themselves an enormous hole, mostly because of what Bo Mitchell has accomplished here tonight. 13 of 19, 234, 4 touchdowns. That's a career high. It's been a very short career, mind you, for Bo Mitchell, but 6 touchdown passes already for Mitchell this season, Dwayne. No interceptions.
Well, and we had that comparison between he and Ricky Ray earlier in the ball game. Clearly the career stats miles apart. You really don't want to compare anybody to Ricky Ray.
Ray drops one into the hands of Chad Owens. Owens into Calgary territory, and the Argos are going to need some big strike offense now. They're going to have to really score in bunches here to try to rally back.
A nicely run route there by Chad Owens. First a little stutter step and followed by the break to the inside. You see the Argos trying to isolate their top receiver, giving him the whole half field. He's the only receiver over there. Whole half field to get open.
Oh, great defensive play by Charleston Hughes. Knocks that down on the hit screen to Chad Owens.
Well, we talked about it earlier. You always, when you play the Calgary Stampeders, need to be aware of the whereabouts of Charleston Hughes.
Might have had a pick 6 there. And this one doesn't get off. Hughes was about 5 steps into the backfield.
Procedure. Toronto number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
But it goes against left tackle Sir Vincent Rogers.
Well, and Sir Vincent Rogers very aware of the quickness of the guy lined up in front of him.
This is a daunting challenge tonight for Rogers out of Jasper, Texas, and University of Houston.
Real good left tackle in his own right. It's a great matchup out there. But Hughes got up the field quickly on him on the previous play, and you saw the result a snap later.
2nd and 15. Ray hangs in the pocket. Adams has it, but nowhere near the first down. And again, that would have been 2nd and 10. Penalties piling up against the Toronto Argonauts. Not to mention the deficit, down 19.
Yeah, 10 penalties so far for Toronto for a total of 93 yards.
Well, the Argos have been in lopsided games so far on both ends. First game of the season against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Wrong end of a 45-21 score, then bouncing back the next week, 48-15, and a reversal of fortune again. Swayze Waters, long kick, and he gets it. 51-yarder for Swayze Waters. Spent the last few seasons wearing other uniforms, but he will be remembered as one of the all-time great Toronto Argos. In fact, a CFL record for touchdown returns on interceptions. Myron Parker today signed a 1-day contract. He's retiring from football, and he wanted to retire in the double blue, and he has. Jim Barker alongside, and with him right now is Matthew Shinnidy.
Rod, you know, I'm standing beside Byron Parker. You talk about everything he achieved in his career, but why was it so important for you to retire as an Argonaut?
Just because this is where I started my career at. You know, in 2005, being a youngster from Stone Mountain, Lithonia, Georgia, it was important for me to just finish where I started. So that's why, you know, I came back and decided to retire as an Argonaut.
You know, we talk so much about how the Argos have a bit of an experience in their secondary. Did Barker try to convince you maybe to come back and help out, stay longer than a day?
I wish. You know, I definitely think I could still play. You know, I could have made a difference, but, you know, it wasn't meant to be. So, you know, I'm here. I'm happy to be here to support. But, you know, if I can always unretire. So if I got to go talk to Milt Stigl, Milt, you know my number. I got your number. I'll definitely be in Atlanta this week.
Everyone's going to remember the interceptions and the interception returns for touchdowns. Which one are you going to remember the most?
I think the one versus BC here, 2010, had just come off dislocated my shoulder. And I had told Barker, if I get the out route one more time, I'm jumping it. Doesn't matter what coverage I'm in. I'm jumping it, and I jumped it. I got it. We won the game.
Unforgettable stuff. Thanks, Byron.
Thank you.
One of the greats and one of the great guys in football history in the CFL, Byron Parker. We wish him the very best. Brad Sinopoli. You know you're getting old when Byron Parker is retiring. You watched him. Here's a guy, too, who came into the CFL out of U.S. College, Tulane. He was the NCAA slam dunk champion at his time. This guy's a tremendous athlete. And he was one of the very, very best at his position.
Yeah, no question about that. Terrific anticipation. I had a feel for the play, how to read routes, read quarterbacks. Class act to boot.
So the Argo defense comes up big here, and they're going to have to maybe even force a couple turnovers. They're down big. Owens jumps into the fray, spinning, trying to induce a no yards call, did not. 31-15 the score, 42-yard kick, 8-yard return for Chad Owens. Here is our Purolator sack tally, brought to you by Purolator, tackling hunger across Canada.
On the Toronto Argonauts and Calgary Stampeders. They got to get after it a little bit here today. Quarterbacks relatively unscathed. Calgary with 4 sacks on the season, Toronto with 6. So neither team has any here this evening.
Sackless game so far, but a lot of pressure on Ricky Ray to throw that football. He's been able to avoid a sack. Calgary's front 7 has done a good job. Penalty flag, and there's trouble for Ray, who just tosses it to the sideline. To no one in particular, just to get rid of it. There's a veteran move.